Hello everyone, welcome to another Thursday live crafting. If you are brand new to me, my name is Alisa Tilsner and I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. I'm going to have to move closer so I can reach my iPad. I forgot about that bit. I've moved back because I thought I'm too much in the screen. Hi Denise, how are you? So if you are joining me for the first time, I would love for you to say hello. If you're watching on the replay, jump in and put some comments in. Whoop, my hair. And that way, because I love to see where I spread, or I shouldn't say that. I'd love to see where my videos reach. Hey Meg, hey Chris, how are you? So as everyone is coming in, we've got quite a grey, rainy day today, but it's actually really warm. So I'm starting to feel a little bit warm in I've only got a light top on, but I'm starting to feel a bit warm as well. So, yeah, crazy Easter weather. It always rains at Easter, right? So, well, here anyway, that's what they all say. Hi Denise, first time tuning in from Texas. Yay, welcome. Okay, so while everyone is just coming in, I'm going to go through my usual, my hair is all over the place. I'm just going to go through my usual bits and pieces. So the first thing is, this is my blog address. So if you are new to me, you can head over to my blog to check out more of my card making for your inspiration. And I do have a sign up for my newsletter, and every Friday I send you out a free PDF tutorial with full written instructions, usually the card that we are making today. I don't give card measurements in today's video, but they will all be written down for you with full instructions in the PDF tutorial. So that comes out Friday mornings. So I do have a host code as well if you are shopping with me. The free gift that I'm sending you this month is the iridescent pearls. I have not seen them yet, but I'm sure that they are going to be gorgeous. They are from the new catalogue. So just make sure you use the code. I can't get codes applied anymore. So unfortunately, if you don't use the code, I'm unable to send you your gift, which would be really sad. Last chance list. We are selling out of things. I've actually got a few other cards to show you today. And of course, one of the stamp sets is now sold out. So, but definitely go and check out the last chance list in case there's anything on there that you have missed. I have opened up my paper and ribbon share. So details of these are also in my blog. I'll put the link to these also in the descriptions, and they'll also probably be in my newsletter that goes out tomorrow. And the same with my In Color Club. Aren't these colors just absolutely gorgeous? So these details are up. And one last thing before we get to our crafting is that if you are an Australian demonstrator, then you need to come and check out our Creative Carnival. This is the 4th one that we have run. Registration is now open. So if you are a demonstrator and you live in Australia and you would like to join us for a day of pure craftiness and just get together with other demonstrators, learn a couple of business tips along the way, and just have a really great fun time. We actually kick off on the Friday night, and then we go all day Saturday as well. So if you'd like more information about that, please get in touch with me and I can give you the links to join us. So this is our 4th one. It's really exciting, and this one's going to be a good one, I can already tell. So okay, let's get rid of that, get back to my comments. Hello Wendy. Thank you. I'm struggling with it because it is just so long, and it's because it's so dark. I normally have my hair colored and lighter, and it's just so dark at the moment, but I think it's getting nearer. If you don't know my story, I'm growing it to donate, so it's a little bit scrappy at the moment, but I think I need to go and get it trimmed a little bit so I can keep going. But I have a wedding to go to on Saturday, so I thought, maybe I'll try and wear it down. So I'm just trying to get used to it again, wearing it down. I'm just always piled on top of my head at the moment. So I'm hoping that it's nearly long enough. So one day you'll come into a live and I'll have like short hair up to here again, and it'll be like, what? So I'm looking forward to that day. So yes. Okay, let's swing around, and I'm just going to show you a couple of cards that I have made previously. This one is already on my blog. You may have seen I did a reel. So the reel is on Instagram. It is on Facebook. It's also on Pinterest. I put them everywhere. And can you believe it? I signed up for TikTok on the weekend. So it's also on TikTok. So you can find me pretty much everywhere now. I have been putting them on as a YouTube short as well. So, but I haven't figured out the background, how to do a voiceover on that yet. So, but anyway, so that card is floating around and it is on my blog. So you can go and check it out. This one, I did a video for it. I think that was on Monday. So I did a video tutorial for this one. So this one is on YouTube as a full video and it's scheduled to be blogged tomorrow. So I've just done a colouring tutorial and then the really quick assembly of the card. So there are 2 other cards that you can check out as well. So after you finish watching this, perhaps you can go and watch the video for that card. And today it's a little bit different for me, sort of, I think. I'm not sure. You watched it, Wendy? Great, awesome. So I think it's a little bit different for me. I think the colors are very me because I always love pink and orange together, but the layout is a little bit different for me. So that's what we are going to be making today. And then after our little card making session today, I'm thinking I should show you what came in my order on, when did I get it? I think I got it on Tuesday. What's today? Thursday. I think it turned up Tuesday. It may have turned up Monday. I can't remember, but I thought we should do that. Okay, so very minimal card supplies for this one. Just going to make sure I'm using the right white. Okay, I'm going to do this one first because it needs to take a little bit of drying time, and we are going to do some ink blending on this one. So I've got my blending brush and I have a freshly inked ink pad here. So I'm just going to, because it's freshly inked, I'm just going to test it off on my scrap a little bit first just to get any excess off, and then I'm going straight on. Okay, I actually like to go backwards and forwards a fair bit. So, and I always like to start from that end and work all the way through. So I'm going to try and go heavy on this end and then just fade it out as we get towards the bottom. So, and it does pay sometimes to have a nicely inked up ink pad because I like to put a lot of colour down. And if it's nice and ink, then it doesn't take as long. Now I've got a little white spot down there, so I'm just going to focus a little bit down there. But that's probably all I'm going to go down that far. So I'll just keep loading it up. Hi Priscilla, hi Debbie, welcome. Oops, don't ruin your card. All right, so there's a little spot down there. I tend to go heavy and then I feel like I need to go heavier down the bottom, but I'm going to try really, really hard not to do that. So blending does take me a little time because I do put so much colour down, but we're getting there now. I think it's a good exercise for your arm. Okay, how's that looking? So we've got a little bit of, I think I need to just chill that little bit out a little bit more. Just to try and not be so harsh in the lines. You can generally tell when you step back and have a look at it that I've got a harsh line there, and I did have a harsh line there, but that's sort of disappearing at the moment. So I'll just come in, try and get rid of that line. It's actually easier when I can view it on the screen because you can see where the harsh lines are. So, hey, Elizabeth. All right, I think I'm going to be done there. Maybe just a little bit more at the top. I can't help myself. And that's the great thing about the ink blending is that you can go as heavy or as light as you like. So I think I'm going to stop there because I go overboard. All right, now I'm going to flick some, I have a water, my trusty paper toweling here. I really should get a new one. And what I'm going to do is, this is pale papaya that I'm using. So thank you for asking, because I do forget to tell these things. So I'm just going to have a drip of water come through and catch that. And then I'm going to flick. I like to just do a really heavy tap, because I find that my drips are heavier. Don't drip it. Make sure you catch your drip, because sometimes I have accidentally not caught my drip, and then you end up with a really big splatter. So if you need a bit more water, just, you can't see what I can see when it comes out, but just adding a little bit, and I'll bring this up. Oh, it's just practice, Elizabeth. Just take your time with it. If you want little flicks, then you just have to do this. And I guess if you hold it closer to your cardstock, you get bigger flicks too. How's that? See, I don't normally do it this way, but I'm learning. And I've just learnt that if you hold it closer to the paper, you get bigger flicks. So let me bring that up so that you can see what's happened. So all the water's just sort of spread. So, you know, all the distressed inks and stuff that are out there, Stampin' Up, whoops, we're focusing on the wrong thing. Stampin' Up's inks will react with water, so you can use them like distressed inks. Yes, I know, I go heavy, right? It's not orange, it's pale papaya. So I go really super heavy with my ink blending, and that's the, you know, always start off light and then just keep applying more colors. That's my thing. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside to dry, and I'm going to pull out my polished pink this time. And I forgot to tell you what stamp set I am using. So I'm using the In Symmetry, which is on the retiring list, and we're going to be using this one here. So of course everything is basically in symmetry, so it's the opposite of, so these two match, the leaves match. You know, if you cut them in half, it's perfect on one side and as is on the other. With this one, you can actually like double stamp it and join them together, and you can have like a whole flower if you wanted to. You've got some flower stems, little hearts, little flowers. This one looks really good when you stamp it a couple of times and spread them out so that you have 3. That one looks good done that way as well. And then I'm also using Have a Perfect Birthday from the Blessings of Home stamp set. So, because I love that saying. Okay, so need to ink this guy up. And, oops, I got water splatters on my paper. So give that a nice, I like to sort of, with the polymer ones, I like to just hold my ink pad, my stamp, not my ink pad, my stamp to my card, just so that the ink soaks in nicely for a minute. So I usually just hold it there for a second or two. Now, apologies because I do have to cut this out, but it doesn't take too long. Okay, so yes, our rain started this morning probably at about 8 o'clock, I think, and it's just been a nice, gentle, steady rain. Hasn't stopped. But it's not cold at all, so that is good. All right, I can't talk and cut at the same time, so chat amongst yourselves. Whoops. Perhaps in the comments tell me how long you've been stamping for while I cut this out. I have been stamping, oh, actually, it's a funny story. I bought stamps from a market years and years and years and years and years ago. I think I was early 20s when I bought them, and I had absolutely no idea what to do with them. And it was just like a stamp that said this book belongs to, because I thought, oh well, I'll stamp a thing in my novels and stuff. And and I didn't know what to do with them. I bought embossing stuff. I didn't know what to do with them, and I threw them all away. So, and then of course, when my firstborn, actually I had 2 of them come along. The 2 boys were already born. They were only Flynn was actually only a couple of weeks old when I, oh, what's that? When I joined Crafty Kids, who then became Kazaz. Okay, so I've got that. What else do I need? I need my sentiment. So I'm going to emboss that on black. So 16 years for Debbie. Oh, I hope you get some rain too, your poor little sheep. They need some food. All right, so I'm going to white emboss this one. Actually, I need to have my funnel. Stamping from 1992. Wanting to please your mother-in-law. Oh, that's so sweet. So you started, your mother-in-law got you into stamping. I'm sure, I'm positive that if my mum was here, she would be a stamper as well. She would have gotten into the card making, I reckon. She did so many different crafts. Quilting, I don't know whether she had done, I don't think scrapbooking was a thing, but definitely quilting and knitting, not crocheting. She taught me how to knit, but she never showed me how to crochet. But she would, you know, make her own envelopes from old not catalogs, calendars and stuff like that. So that's cool. That's so cool, Wendy. All right, now I don't think I've got, now if you get little splatters, I have got a paintbrush and I just try and wipe off any little stray, give it a good flick to knock any stray ones off, and then if they don't knock off, I just usually get, this is probably a little bit thick to get in too close, but you can just use a paintbrush and get rid of any little strays that may come along. Now I'm going to heat emboss this, but I am going to mute myself. Oh, Debbie, I'm so sorry. That's great that our mums are always our biggest supporter as well. My mum passed away, well, it'll be 22 years at the end of this month, so all us without our mums. Okay, I'm going to mute and emboss, okay? And I think I may have burnt my fingernail. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a trim. I'm going to try and get it straight. I want it about 1/2 inch, I think. And I'm not actually going to use that one. I'm just going to guess. So excuse me with my squeaky arm. Oh, it didn't squeak. All right, I'm going to have this one out a little bit further and hopefully I can get it straight. And it's slightly wider than what I normally do. Up there, I think. Righty on. Now I am going to use a retired punch for this next bit. So it is the hexagonal one. So if you have it, you can still use it. If not, just cut a V into the ends with your scissors. And I'm just nipping off the ends so that we have a little banner. Okay, and then the next bit, I have got a couple of pieces of matching cardstock to my ink. So I have pale papaya and I have polished pink. So, and I'm just going to do the same. I'm just going to nick the ends off to make them into a little banner as well. So just try and get them even. So we've got that like No, I agree, Debbie. It doesn't matter how long. It doesn't change anything really, does it? The grief is still there. Okay, I am going to pop this guy up with some, this is still a little bit soft, so if you were making this live, just make sure that that's, you know, nicely dry. Mine's still a little bit soft. Right, and I'm going to pop that up the top here. Just like that. Okay, now when it comes time for the banner. Oh, yes, not my squeaky, my arm's not squeaky, although sometimes it does clunk. Okay, so what I'm going to do, because this is a little bit trickier, it's not just a matter of, well, I can overlap these two. That's fine, I can stick these two together. But when it comes time to attaching it to the black, there is a little bit more care that you need to take. So I'm just going to pop them on like that. And then what I want to do, because if I just went and stuck that on, that might not be where I want it to be. So I'm actually going to lie these where I want them, because it depends on how long you want them to. And I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on my black and make sure that's nice and straight, hopefully. And then I'm going to lay this down. Do I want them straight? Maybe I've stuck them on crooked. And I'm just going to pop that on there, and then I can just come along and trim off my excess. You may have a better way of doing it, but that's just the way I did it when I did my card. So now I've got that going on. So now I can pop, I will remember to use my, I thought I had black mini ones. Actually, they might be big enough. I do have black mini ones. They're sitting somewhere else. So I'll pop these up. And I might put one here as well, just for a little bit more stability. And then, oops, and then I'm going to just stick that right across there. Like that. Okay, nearly finished. So just fold, score and fold your card base. And then this is also going to be mounted up. And I probably use too many, but that's okay. That will actually, that's not even helpful, that one, is it? Look at this. You probably can't see because it's black, but that is just not helpful. Not helpful at all. What a waste. And I don't think it'll even, no, it won't even catch the card. It won't even stick to the card because there's a difference in height. Silly me, silly me. All right, excuse me, I have to lean over my card just to make sure that I have got it centered. This is really different for me because normally I don't have all this white. Now, I took calligraphy years ago and we were always taught smaller at the top, larger down the bottom. So that's what I've taken through all my card making as well. So when you're placing something like this and you do have a lot of white space around it, just make the top bit a little bit smaller than the bottom bit if you want. You don't have to, but sometimes I do that rather than just putting it in there totally square. Now I am looking for my rhinestones. So just to finish it off, I am going to pop a rhinestone in the middle of that flower. And then small rhinestones I will stick on the ends of these little dots. Like so. And there we go. go. We are finished. There we go. Ta-da! All done. And you can just see a little bit of the inks, like where the, oh, what am I trying to say? Where the water has reacted. And because it's dried naturally, it's sort of spread a little bit. But it just gives a little bit of interest and dimension. This one had a few more splatters around the bottom as well. So, oh, thanks, LaDonna, watching from Texas. Very cool. Who else was watching from Texas? Can I scroll back? I'm sure somebody else said that they were watching from Texas. Denise was watching from Texas as well. So there we go. Okay, before I leave, who wants to see what I got in my order? Did I clean these? I can't remember. I don't think I did. So I am going to clear my space. And I didn't get a lot of stuff, I have to warn you, but I did get some. So let's have a little looky, shall we? Okay, where's my box? Oh, okay, what shall we start with? In colours, maybe? Okay, let me get out. Oh, Jimmy, I haven't even taken them out of the box. Okay, so I haven't even unpacked them. Look, they're all still in. Now, first one, Tahitian. Oh, my favourite new in colour. Oh, I don't know. I don't know just yet. I'm thinking Starry Sky. I'm not 100% sure. But this is the Tahitian Tide. And whoopsie, I just dropped something. This is Tempting Turquoise. So sorry you got the reflection there. Tahitian Tide Tempting Turquoise. So if you still have some Tempting Turquoise, you may be able to use it for a little bit longer. Oh, put that down. Okay. Parakeet Party is like 80s fluoro green, I'm thinking. Sweet Sorbet, which is redder than pinker. I thought it would be on the slightly pinker side, but it's not. It's actually on the more red side. The Orchard Oasis, or Orchid, however you like to. Is it orchard or orchid? Anyway. And Starry Sky. So these two are going to blend together really nicely, I think. So there we go. They are the colours. So I also obviously got the matching ink pads. Oh, get out. So let's have a little look and see how they stamp up, shall we? So I might as well just use this one because it's a nice bold stamp set. Okay, so this is how my green is. I think it's a little bit on the juicy side, so it probably won't stamp up all that great at the moment because I need to smush it around a bit. So, and it'll come out dotty because it's quite bubbly. But that is, yeah, I need to massage my ink pad a little bit. So when you do get this, and if your ink pad is a little bit too juicy, what I mean, other people use different things. I'm just slack and I use my bone folder. So you can see that just massaging that in, and I will restamp it for you. So, and then I just usually wipe it off straight away. So now if I ink it up, it should be a little bit better. A little bit. It still is really inky. So there is our, so totally 80s green, I think. 80s fluorescent. Fluorescent green. Okay. Yeah, I like lemon lime twist. I don't know whether I've actually got any of that colour. Okay, this is the strawberry slush. So it is quite a red rather than a pink. So, and I reckon that will go really nicely with Poppy Parade, actually. All right. Next on the list is the Orchid Oasis. This one's a little bit bubbly as well. Not too bad. Now that looks really quite bright, but give it a moment and it actually will settle in and dry a little bit. It's one of those ink pads that stamps a lot darker and then settles in and lightens up a little bit. So just give it a moment, and when I bring it up again, you'll see that it's actually settled and become a little bit more purple. Okay, Starry Sky. All right, so you can see it's a bit more of a lighter blue purple now, and then this one is quite rich. So that one is really lovely. So it's a really nice purple based blue. And then of course our Tahitian Tide. And I think this one is quite bubbly as well. Yeah, really juicy. I should actually sit them out for a couple of hours with their lids open. That usually, I've over inked a stamp before, and I have just left the lid open for a day. Like I really over inked it, so I just left the lid open for a day, and then it came back to, it was fine. So that is the Tahitian Tide, and of course the lighting's probably quite different in my room as well, so to what they are in true life. Okay, so that is that done. Now I did get, oopsie, because the box is beside me, I did get all the blends as well, so they will probably be of similar nature. I've got all of them. Where am I going to put all this stuff? Okay, so I did get a couple of sweets. Whoops. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys. All right, first one. I had a packet of shimmer card in there with a heap of scraps in it, and they've just all fallen through my box. Okay, I didn't get a huge amount of stuff because I tend to go easy in the pre-order, and then because you know one's budget can only stretch so far, so I get a few things. So the first one that I got was the cup of tea, and this one also has this one's got a lot of the new ink colors in it, and it also has I didn't get them, they are the cards and envelopes as well. So but this is one of the bundles. So we've got the teacups that will cut out the shape. I've just done a whole heap, so they will cut out all the teacup shapes, which are cute, and we've also got one that will cut out the overlay as well. So you could cut out a bold one from solid cardstock and then pop an overlay one over the top of it as well, rather than stamping. Or you could probably, I think that one will probably cut out. No, it doesn't. Well, there you go. Don't try and cut that one out because it doesn't match. So, but you can definitely do overlays. There's little hearts, a bigger heart. There's no heart stamps, so they're just an extra. Little flower, which was this one. This one here, that's one stamp together. This one is a photopolymer. So I've used this one a bit already. And of course, we've got our lemons. So you can do a double lemon as well, one that cuts out the shape and then one that you can put over the top. And of course, lots of little sentiments that of course will fit onto your tea bag as well. So sweet, I miss you, I just can't thank you enough, to and from, it's time for tea. And then you've got another tiny little tea bag down there as well. So that is the bundle, and then we've got this paper that goes with him, and I've cut into a lot of my paper already, so I'll just do a real quick flick through. So of course we've got the two sides, and these have all the in colors plus extras. So like that one's got crushed curry and garden green in it. But some of the patterns you'll find are similar, like this one is from the Flowering Fields, the same type of pattern. And of course I love dots. So yes, stripes I love, flowers, more of that little funny thing, I don't know what it's called. little bit of texture, envelopes with flowers. So lots of awesome patterns in there. So that is the cup of tea bundle. All right. I think I only got 3 bundles. Right, so I'll put that one aside. And then I got this one. I really like this one. This one's just a bundle, so it doesn't have any designer series paper or anything with it. Sending Smiles. I really, really like this one. So I'll bring it up a little bit closer. So sending smiles across the miles, sending good luck your way, sunshine to brighten your day, love and big hugs, birthday wishes, a note of thanks, a card to say hello, and comfort and strength. So that is really nice, and I really like the flowers that go with it. But what I really, really like is we have the double cutouts of the sending. So we've got the bold one and then the finer one that sticks over the top of that one. So you can have sending, and then all of these little frames cut out the different sentiments. So you can pop that on there and then have that underneath with all your flowers in the background. So I'm thinking that is really nice. And I'm thinking also that this one here, this is the die that cuts out this one here. Okay, so images are only, these are actually bigger. Let's have a look at them. There we go. Bigger on the inside. I'm thinking that that particular flower there, you will probably find better to stamp part of it, die cut it, and then stamp the little flower head that goes inside it. I'm thinking that that's probably going to be the easiest way to stamp that one. I've already sussed it out. So really, really like that one. Whoops. Okay, next I got this one here, which is just gorgeous, and I'm thinking that this is going to be my class by mail for next month. So it's called Nature's Prince, and it is just lovely. So, and I love that they've teamed this up with the darker blues rather than green. Like you could put it with greens, but I think just to have it with the blues just changes the whole thing completely. So we've got the stamp set, which is a rubber one, and I'm thinking, hello splatter, I'm gonna love that one. And then we have the dies that match them. See, I haven't even looked at these yet. Can you believe it? They've been sitting in my room and I haven't even opened them and looked at them. So I always do that. Okay. Ooh, look what we've got here. So we have a frame. That's interesting. We've got a big round wreath type thing, and then extras to cut out our stamps. So that one will cut out that one. That one will cut out, whoops, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. And then we've got some extra little leafy parts to go behind. Going, oh, quite like that. So yes, I'm thinking that that is going to be our May class. And they also have this gorgeous Fern Embossing 3D folder. That is really nice. Let's have a little looky, shall we? So I don't know whether you guys have seen any of this stuff before. That is really nice. Look at that. Look at the texture in there. Very pretty. I think that one is going to come up very nice indeed. So I'll have to have a play with that a little bit later on. Now, this paper, I have opened the paper and I have looked at that. It is stunning. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm being a little bit fastidious with this, but I keep my packaging for my embossing folders, and now that I've taken it out, it's gonna, you know what, I'm going to do that later because I don't want to tear it. Okay, the paper. Oops, this way. How stunning is that? I'm going to bring it close up to you guys. So it's got grey granite, night of navy, Pacific point, and starry sky. But have a look at all the it's just so much going on in the paper that you don't realize. Like there's shades of light, there's shades of dark, you know, there's really light fern images underneath, there's dark fern images, so it's just stunning. So, and then the other side is the grey granite. I'm not going to pull these out all the way, but have a look at that. That is just like wow. And of course then we've got all our texture, more splatter, stripes, gotta love stripes. This one's really pretty as well. I'll bring that one up close. That one's super pretty. So you can see the Pacific Point showing up in them. It's almost sort of like a blue marble in a way. Texture, some more grey granite, more texture. That one's really pretty as well. So it's sort of just like a smaller version of the front one. Really nice. So, oh, can't wait to get started with that one. Okay, and then lastly, see, I told you I don't get a lot of stuff, but so I'm thinking that maybe I should make my wedding card out of this set, which of course is the Happiness Abounds. But there is one thing that sort of gets me about this one. So I really, really like this, and I thought this would just be perfect for colouring in. So obviously it is. But to watercolour, which is what I love to do, you need to stamp in StazOn, and it's a photopolymer. So I have actually done some stamping with it, as you can see already. But if you use your Stampin' Scrub and Mist and clean them immediately, I mean, you're never going to get the stains off them. You could get the stains off if it was rubber. But if you clean immediately after you've used them, it should be okay, because, you know, while you can use StazOn with photopolymer, it's probably not, you know, I don't think it's recommended to do it too much. But so that's, I don't know why it wasn't done in rubber, but anyway, I'm still going to use it, and I'm still going to stamp with it in StazOn, and I'm going to love it to death. And of course the dies to go with it. So we've got images to cut out all of the dies to cut out all of the images, and we've got a little bit of detail. I'm assuming that there's just like poked little holes in it. I've just opened them up, so I haven't even seen it. It was a surprise to see that actually. But what I'm really interested in is these ones here, because when I was looking at the catalogue, it did take me a while to figure out that they were actually included in the die, because if you look at the catalogue, they've actually used that along the edge, and on it, it snips it as well. So and it cuts all those little wells. So it's like it's been ripped out of a binder thing, you know, and it's got all the little holes. So yeah, I love the sentiments and I love the fonts on these. So I'm thinking perhaps a wedding card for this weekend, wishing you all the happiness that you can imagine. So I will probably do that. And I'm also pretty sure that these dies also cut out images in the designer series paper. So let's have a little looky at that. And of course I will probably do a class on these as well. So these are gorgeous. Really, 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 really pretty. Yes, Wendy, you definitely do. So I'm going to try and have them. These are all different, like all the colors that are in here. And again, the rainbow across. This is just super pretty. More flowers. I'm just going to let them speak for themselves, because they are just really lovely. Really nice. And this one changes into yellow and orange. It goes all the way down. Have a look at there. The dies will match these ones here. And then that one goes blues into purples all the way down. And then this one is pinks into yellows all the way down, this one here. So very, very pretty. So yep, those 4 sheets you'll be able to cut out with your matching dies. So very, very pretty. So, I'm thinking a nice colourful. I know a lot of people do wedding cards, you know, white on white and all that sort of thing, but I'm thinking a really nice colourful wedding card. And then check these out. These do my eyes in a little bit. These are the dots, the glossy dots that go with the bundle. So they sort of, I don't know whether that's picking it up, but you sort of get that little bit of a change. When you look at them, the little dots are all very different. So, and of course I have done a little bit of colouring in with that already. I couldn't help myself. So I have played with them a little bit. So yeah. So that is everything that I got. So I know there was a whole lot more that I could have got. But I figured I'd spent enough already, and next month's another month, right? So I can always get more next month, which, you know, I will. There's no doubt about it. I'm not saying that, but this will get me started, because the other thing is that you can only play with so much in the time that you have, right? So, and you guys can't order it until the 3rd of May anyway, so but I will hopefully get some samples and stuff made and a class made as well before next month. So yes, I will try. I've got today and tomorrow to make this wedding card, so I might even use some of my coloured images that I've already done. I don't know what colours the bridal party is or anything, but I don't care. We're just going to make a nice bright card. I might even do something similar to the front of the catalogue, who knows, but just try and step it up a little bit. So we'll see. Maybe I'll do a trifold card or something. But anyway, okay, so that is it. Thank you for joining me for a little bit of an extra long day today. So, and of course, I keep forgetting it's Easter tomorrow. So have a wonderful Easter. I hope that you are doing something special with your families. My youngest son, because he used to work at Coles, but he's got an apprenticeship now, and he didn't realise that he'd get the whole 4 days off over Easter, so he's really excited, and he didn't realise that he would get paid for the Friday and the Monday as well, so he's extra excited. My other son, who's studying uni, he still works at his supermarket, but he's only working on Saturday, and he's got the rest of the weekend off, so that's great. Okay, thanks very much, and I'm glad you caught me, and we will see you again next Thursday. It might be a wing it day, because I'm not sure that I'm going to get everything in with the whole family at home over Easter. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to prep. Monday's usually my creative day. So hopefully I'll still get a little bit of creative time over the weekend to get prepared for the week coming. So, okay, thanks very much, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.